Hi soulmates, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, hi, and welcome. My name is Tati, and today we're going to be doing a quick little video. I'm going to talk to you guys about two things. I'm going to talk about our schedule, and I'm going to talk about our Patreon. So I'm not sure if this version of the video is going to be on YouTube. I may make two different versions, but I do want to talk real quick about our weekly calendar. So this weekly calendar was literally just made 2 seconds ago by Dee Dee. She made this little schedule here for us to use, so we'll update this weekly. Today is Thursday, so it's kind of going to be on an off day. This isn't going to be until this stuff on the screen here is not going to be until next week. And we should probably put dates like underneath here that actually make a lot more sense and be easier to understand. But basically we'll post this weekly probably on Sunday evening, which will basically give you an overview of what's going on the channel, on both channels, on our YouTube and on our Patreon. So what's going on this week on specifically YouTube? We are going to be continuing watching Revenge Love on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then on Friday, we are going to do another Revenge episode, but I want to do something fun. I want to do like a guess the song gaming, like little YouTube thingy, just so you guys, we can, do something fun. I don't know. I wanted to do something fun, so that's what we're gonna do on Friday. I'm thinking maybe doing like a game Friday type of situation where we do something on the channel that is not necessarily us doing reactions and doing something a little bit more interactive. I think that would be pretty fun. And on Saturday, we're going to be continuing watching Revenge Love, but here on Patreon, I will actually be starting ABO Desires. Now, like I said, today is Thursday. By today and tomorrow, I'll actually be done with Revenge Love, so you guys on YouTube won't get the ending of Revenge Love until the week after next week, so after this week. But for those who are on Patreon, you'll get all of the episodes like you have been lately, just as I am able to get it uploaded. So I will be uploading ABO Desires and or watching on Saturday, which technically is in 2 days. So I hope that made sense. I want to try and do some more stuff here. Oh, also, I know you guys are probably like, where is Goddess Bless You? So I decided that I'm no longer going to watch Goddess Bless You as it is scheduled, as it's on air. So I never really thought that it was going to be a good idea necessarily, but I realized that it was definitely not a good idea, because I was getting plenty of comments of people basically complaining about the copyright thing, specifically saying that they cannot like see the screen and all that stuff, despite me and Dee Dee saying, hey, you can watch it on Patreon for free, it's there. So it seemed like people were taking advantage of us uploading it onto YouTube, therefore they wouldn't have to go and purchase a membership on a app or watch it with ads on a different website, and they were basically using me as their like being able to watch the show, and they were nitpicking at the fact that we were using a copyright filter, or I was pausing and talking and all of that stuff. So I'm no longer going to be watching shows as it is being on air. What I'm gonna probably do is probably around like halfway through the show, or when the show is more closely opened to like be ending, I'll probably start watching it then. That goes for the rest of Goddess Bless You, that goes for intermittable, whatever that one's called, Head to Head, and Me and Thee actually started today. I want to see it so bad, but actually I might just watch it today low-key and then upload it later. I don't know, but I will no longer be uploading on the day that it is going to be posted, I will no longer upload my reaction on the day that it is airing, simply because I don't I don't even know how to say it in like the nicest way that I can, but that's not tea. It's not tea. That's actually really weird to do, and it also just is like, I don't know, don't do that to people. Don't use other people who are spending their actual money to go and watch these shows that are available, that you have 100% access to, and then nitpick when those people do their very normal human reactions, and you know, is trying to save their channel from being taken down completely. I, I don't know how else I don't know how else to like, yeah, like what? So yeah, so, and I know you guys, like, for the Revenge Love folks, you guys have pretty much all seen the show. Literally all seen the show. I do have a couple who are also watching the show for the first time alongside me on Patreon, and we've had that conversation, but most of you guys have already seen the show, so that's just what makes sense to me personally. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. But yeah, that just is what makes sense to me. But yeah, so basically that's what's going on with our weekly calendar. Let's move on to Patreon. So here is our Patreon tiers and memberships. We worked very hard this week to try and get this up for you guys. So we have our 3 tiers. Before yesterday, we had just 1 tier. It was our certified diva tier, and that was basically just general support. We decided that we wanted to do a little bit more. We wanted to add some more benefits here, because we're gonna have multiple different things going on. So let me tell you real quick about our 6 different types of content that we were going to be doing here between our YouTube and our Patreon. So number 1 is going to be our TV show reactions. Those are exactly what it sounds like. We'll be watching TV shows, GLs, BLs, regular Hollywood, whatever the heck's. We'll be watching those on here. Basically, like I just said, we'll watch a show that is completely finished, and we'll just watch it, and it may take over, depending on how many episodes it is, it may take 1 or 2 weeks to finish it, and we'll do that. I'm thinking about doing maybe 2 of those at a time, just so that we can get some more stuff flowing, because new stuff is coming out every single day. Like, so much is going on, and I am somebody who does watch, I watch like 5 shows like at a time. Like, there's shows that I'm watching here for you guys, but there's like also shows that I've been watching personally, so I'm used to watching a million shows at the same time. So I wanted to try and not like overwhelm anybody with it, but also stay true to how I watch TV shows and stuff like that. So TV shows reactions, TV show reactions. Number 2, same thing, but for movies, exact same thing. I wanted to implement movie Mondays, but I think that may be a little bit too many movies. It would be a movie a week, so I think I'm gonna do like 2 movies a month maybe, and you guys will be able to pick those depending on what tier you get, and we'll talk about this in a second. Number 3 is going to be our music reactions. So music reactions, again, exactly what it sounds like. We'll be reacting to music. Now for me, that means we're going to be watching music videos. We're going to be watching live performances and dance practices. On my own, I personally love to do all 3. When there's a new comeback that comes out, I love to watch the music video, then look at the choreo, and then look at the live and all that stuff, all of that. So we're going to be doing a lot of that as well. And I think in hand with that, we're also going to be reacting to anything else. Like, for an example, when K-pop idols go on to radio shows, or go to, or not just K-pop idols, but mainly K-pop idols, but they'll go on music radio shows, or what am I thinking of? BuzzFeed. I was like, what am I thinking of? I was thinking of thirst tweets, because I just saw Kai's thirst tweet. But yes, so that also all kind of falls in line, if that makes sense. Number four number 4 is going to be our behind the scenes reaction. So that's exactly what it sounds like. It'll be behind the scenes for mainly TV shows and movies. Now this is where it kind of gets a little icky here. So if you know anything about what we've been watching here on the channel, which is Revenge Love, you know that there are hundreds and hundreds and thousands of behind the scenes. Those behind the scenes cannot be uploaded on YouTube. A, they'll probably get me copyrighted, and 2, it's a lot, and I do not necessarily want to edit hours and hours and hours of footage of me reacting to stuff just so that it gets, just for it to get blocked on YouTube. And then I try to edit the stuff that I can to try and get it to not be blocked. It's just not worth it to do all of that. So I wanted to post that here on Patreon, where it will be pretty much raw, uncut, and I'll be able to just watch as many as I can and then move on with my day without having to like sit here every single day. Like, I don't know if it makes sense, but like, I could spend an entire day watching behind the scenes, post it on Patreon, and be cool, and everything is all well and nice and stuff like that, without having to deal with any of the extra stuff or spending more hours trying to edit everything and all of that stuff. So it'll be a little bit more like uncut and unfiltered. It'll just be way easier for us to do that. And that goes for every show that has some sort of behind the scenes. For the music part, for music videos and stuff like that, I think that will still kind of fall under music video reactions, unless it's something a little bit more extravagant, which usually a lot of the behind the scenes and stuff like that are not as like long and stuff as they used to be. So yeah, so there is that. So that's number 4. Number 5 is going to be our personal vlogging kind of thing. Now the personal vlogging thing is going to be a little bit more heavy on the YouTubes. Again, it'll be more edited and stuff like that, but it is still a kind of content that we do want to do here on the channel. Not right now, of course, because we don't really have the equipment for it, but our goal is to kind of hang out and do some fun things around here. We don't really have too many things to do here. We live in Virginia. It's not a million things going on here, but when there are things, like for an example, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago the 82 Major concert. 82 Major had a tour here a couple of months ago, and it was the first K-pop idol group since DPR, even though DPR is technically, they're not K-pop, they're like more Korean or mixed kind of thing. Like they're a band collaborative thing. They're the only people that I knew that actually came here to, or actually I think DPR went to Maryland. I can't remember if it was Maryland or Richmond, but that was pretty much the closest they had ever gotten. And we want to do stuff like that. We also want to do like little vlogs of us going somewhere, like, I don't know, I've never had boba before, so I would probably vlog me going and eating boba. Like just like cute little like short content stuff that kind of gives you a glimpse on kind of like who we are, what we do, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's going to be a little bit more heavier on the YouTube side, unless it's like something really long and drawn out, then that would be on Patreon. And our last kind of content would be games, trivia, all that extra stuff. That'll also probably be a little bit more heavy on the YouTubes, depending on if we're doing like a music thing, then it will probably be on Patreon. But yeah, that'll be all the fun little cool games and stuff like that we'll be doing. So those are the 6 those are the 6 types of content that we will be doing on between both channels. So let me tell you about where those go on the 3 different tiers here. So our first tier is our cheapest tier. It is a $3 tier called the Sweethearts. So this will be perfect for people who are a little bit more casual but also want early and exclusive access. For this, you'll get you'll get early access to music video reactions before YouTube. So like I said before, music videos, it's really hard to do on YouTube, especially when our whole channel kind of relies on being able to put up the music video without getting copyright. We're gonna get copyright, unfortunately. So it's good. Sometimes it'll take us longer to kind of edit through that and make sure everything's good and all of that stuff. So if you do decide to purchase this tier, you'll be able to just get those music video reactions like that, no problem. So I think that's pretty good. Another one is voting power. So voting power will help us choose our next BL series or BLGL movie series or music artist. This is probably going to be a little bit more heavier on the music side since we do still have the jar, but basically you'll be able to pick exactly what we will put in the jar, or put or have a music artist that we do or watch and stuff like that. So there's that. Comment section shout out. So this is going to be like kind of what I've been doing at the beginning of my videos, where I kind of read out the comments, but I wasn't really exactly sure for if somebody wanted me to call them by their actual like username and like call them out or anything like that. I didn't want to do that to anybody who didn't want that. So here you'll get the benefit of commenting. I will or we will say your name, show your comment, all that stuff, shout you out. Basically, it's a cute little shout out just for commenting on our video. So I think that's good. Another thing for this is also the behind the scene reactions. So that will be literally what I was saying about the behind the scenes stuff. So that's pretty good. So that is our first tier. Our second tier, and also shout out to Dee Dee for making these for making these graphics and naming these. They're very interesting. They're very, very interesting. So our second tier is the Sugar Crushes. So this is going to be not a, can I read? I don't think I can read. It's going to be $8 a month. So this is going to be for fans who want a little bit more of intimate access and more personal content. So you will get everything you got in the previous tier, including the fan quest priority. So this will be kind of the same thing as the voting power, just it will be more specific. So voting power will be, I'll probably put up a poll, right, for you guys to vote, and you will be able to vote. But if you have fan request priority, you will be able to request, and some sort of, I have to see where Patreon would request that. I don't know if it'll be a comment or something like that. I have to see what that's about, but you'll be able to request and you'll have priority. If Patreon doesn't have a way to do that themselves, I'll make like a little list. I'll have your name and we'll do it like that. But you'll also get to be able to request things and we will react to it immediately. So that will be really good. Exclusive reactions. So this is going to be for the shows that I am not necessarily going to put up on YouTube, or I'm going to let for free. My main goal is to make sure that anything and everything that we watch will have some that are going to be a little bit more public, other ones are going to be a little bit more private. Now the private ones are going to be, or private ones, the ones that are going to be behind this paywall or tier or whatever, are going to be shows that are a little bit more leisurely, I guess. I was thinking about putting shows that I've kind of already, like, shows that won't be my first reaction to, or like I kind of knew too much about the show to be surprised about things, or I've already watched the show and maybe didn't finish. So for an example for that will be like Pit Babe. Pit Babe is really good. I want to see Pit Babe again for sure, but it's not necessarily going to be like a first reaction for me because I watched the whole first season. I only saw a little bit of the second season, but I want to rewatch the show, and I know I wasn't really paying too much attention in the first season, but it's not going to be a raw, authentic reaction to the things that are a little bit more like, you know what I mean? That are like a little bit more like extravagant, which would be like on somebody who had never seen the show at all. So those would be that. Those will also be for BLs or GLs that go over like a specific episode limit. So right now the longest show that we're watching is Revenge Love. Now it is a little bit shorter in like duration in terms of each episode. So if there's a show that's like 40 episodes long, like for example The Untamed, I want to watch The Untamed again. I've seen The Untamed twice. It's like 40 something episodes, and they're each like almost just at like an hour. I want to see the show again, but there's no way I'm gonna sit there and edit through 40 episodes and then try to get that on YouTube. Yeah, you're kidding. YouTube will strike me down literally so hard. So those would be for those. So those will be way more exclusive. Same thing with music reactions. Just all the content, like the choreos or the live performance or anything else that I just cannot put on YouTube because it's gonna get blocked. So there's that. And then same thing, you'll get behind the scenes. Now we did do this. We were thinking about doing this, and I don't know how much we're gonna do this, but I was thinking about doing photo drops. So my goal right now is to get an actual physical like studio area. It's really just gonna be my part of my room that y'all can't see. I was gonna try and like decorate it, make it a little cute, and make it look like a cute little like, I don't know, like studio place or whatever. And I wanted to do some stupid stuff, and when the holidays come, I want to dress up, do all the fun stuff, like sneak peeks and like all that stuff. So you guys will be able to see that stuff first, and it'll be, I think it would be cool. I also thought it would be a fun idea to do photo cards, like fake photo cards, and like actually like print them out and like do like I don't know. So maybe that's a thing we'll do. But yeah. So other than that, it's the same thing. Early access to music reactions before YouTube. I had to switch the order there because that's kind of actually messing with my very small amount of OCD there. That's like because it's not like leveled anyway. Moving on to our highest tier. Our highest tier is $15 a month. It is the Honey Bunnies. So, like I said, everything in the previous two tiers, only difference is actually a big difference is VIP reaction access. So this is everything. You will be able to see anything and everything that's on the channel both early. Well, you'll be able to see anything and everything that goes on the channel, and you'll be able to see it earlier than everybody else. I think that's pretty good. And like I said, you'll get everything else as well on top of that. And yeah, I was also thinking about doing some sort of like group chat or Discord access for that tier as well. It's just I just we have to actually physically make those, so I haven't added that just yet because I didn't want anybody to purchase it and then it's like, well, where's the Discord, right? And we haven't made it yet, so that'll be probably a benefit in the future. But yes, I am done yapping. My god. That was a lot of yap. I just yapped for 20 minutes. So yes, if you guys have any other questions about our tier or about our tiers, our membership, or about our weekly schedule, let me know down in the comments and I will let you know what's going on. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.